Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you are returning. So today I have a full face of first impressions to show you guys from my last two haul videos. So if you didn't see my last two haul videos, I will have them linked down below for you guys. But in that video, I did unbox a bunch of new makeup that I have been buying lately. So let's just go ahead and try on a bunch of this stuff. So first up is going to be our primer. And I don't have anything new for my pores, so I'm going to retry this Milk Makeup Blur Stick. So if you've seen my I think it was my last video where I tried on a bunch of new makeup. I did try this once and I wasn't a big fan of it. It has a weird smell to it. But I'm going to go ahead and put this on and we will see. And then I'm just going to take this and rub it in. It does a little bit, but it's not, you know, drastic enough. I'm going to go into this Cover FX spray. This is the Rose Quartz and Defense Crystal Infused Elixir Mist. So this is insanely scented. Like, I can taste it while I'm talking. It smells so strong. And even just talking right now, I'm tasting it in the air. It smells like an old perfume mixed with lavender and you just kind of smush them together. That's what it smells like, and it is so strong and intense, it's kind of not even funny. So now that we have that on, let's go ahead and go into our foundation, and we're going to use this Makeup Revolution. This is their Conceal and Define Radiance Foundation, and this is the one with the pump. To apply this is nothing new to me, but this is the Juno & Co. Microfiber Velvet Sponge. And to wet this, I'm going to go into my Ofra Makeup Fixer, and I'm just going to spray this. This is in the shade F5, so I'm going to go ahead and pump some on the back of my hand. And let's just go ahead and pick some up on the sponge and tap this in. Okay, so it's definitely a bit too dark. Because the bottle is glazed over, it is a bit harder to tell. But I mean, it looks like it's like not that bad that we can work with it, but it is still definitely darker than me. Overall though, I really like the coverage it's giving me. It's very light and natural, and it's definitely blurring the effects of my face. So I'm gonna go back over this spot right here and see if it is in fact buildable or not. All over this area where you can kind of see everything. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start to blend that out and we will see. You can definitely see it is oxidizing a little bit. As you can see, there's a slight color difference. So that's not the best considering I got the wrong shade already. So I would definitely go one shade down in this foundation if you were wanting to get it, because it is oxidizing. So it is definitely buildable. You can still see through it, but it is more hidden than it was before. Alright, so next up is gonna be concealer. And I have this Kaja Don't Settle concealer. There's no shade on it, but it's this one. I think there might have been a shade in my unboxing video, so I'll have to go back and check. On the package, there is no shade. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply this, and hopefully this will help brighten up this foundation a little bit, but this is looking a little bit yellow on me. So let's just go ahead and blend this out and work with what we got for right now. It is blending so easily, and it has a really nice coverage on it. Like, it's not sheer, but it's not full or medium coverage either. It's like right in between for a natural look. Also, that blended out on my nose so easily. It did not take off any of my foundation at all, which is like rare. So I'm definitely gonna have to get this in a more neutral shade. And I'm just taking this and blending it out under my eyes. And the extra that is under my eyes, I'm gonna take on these sides of my nose to help brighten the sides as well. I mean, as you can see, it is blending out like a dream, and I didn't use a lot of concealer today compared to what I would normally use. But this is what it is looking like. I really like the way my skin looks right now. If it were the right color and the right undertones and all that stuff. So I don't have any new setting powder, so I'm going to use the Ciate London Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder, and I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, my face is set, and as you can see, it's very matte today. I did set it a bit heavier just because I have stuff to do today. For bronzer and blush, I'm going to go into this Ofra palette right here. And this is what this looks like. I think I'm also going to use the highlighter in here as well. So for my bronzer, I want to try, everybody uses a really big fluffy brush. This is the pure brush from my unboxing. This is the P10. And I just want to go into this very, very lightly. And I just want to try to do that technique of the really fluffy brush and see what I think of it. Yeah, I actually really like the fluffy brush. It diffuses it and keeps it really nice. I was thinking if I use a fluffy brush, it's going to take up my whole cheek, but it's actually doing a really good job. So this is the side with it right here, and this is the side without. The bronzer is very nice and very blendable. For my nose, I'm going to go into this M441 brush by Morphe and go into that same shade. I'm just going to start shading this in. Alrighty guys, so that is what the bronzer is looking like. So let's move into blush. So for blush, I'm going to use this M405 brush. This is the Morphe brush. I'm going to go into this shade from Ofra. This one, by the way, the bronzer is in the shade brown. This blush right here is in the shade Blossom. This one looks like a very metallic-y kind of blush. Okay, so this is what the blush looks like. It is a bit more pigmented once you start building it, so it is one that has to be built up. It's not as shiny as it looked in the pan. In the pan, it looks very, very metallic-y, but on the face, it doesn't really have that much of a shine that it looks like that, which is another reason I really like doing these videos, because if it was for an everyday makeup look, I'm just gonna go and do something, or I just wanted to put on makeup, I would never ever reach for this, but I might actually reach for it again because it doesn't look that shiny and it looks very pretty and natural. Very interesting. Last up for my base is highlighter. So I'm gonna go into this Morphe M501 brush, and I'm gonna go into this highlighter shade right here, which is Blissful, and I've never tried a highlighter from Ofra before, so I'm very interested because I know they are known for being blinding. That's kind of what they're known for, is their highlighters in general. So it is very intensely blinding, but here is the problem. It's so dark on me that you can see the cast of it. So let's try to fix this a little bit somehow. Okay, so this is what the highlighter is looking like straight on. I did just go ahead and apply it to test. In determination of this scientific experiment, I really like the highlighter. It's very creamy, very buttery, and super blinding. I love it if you're looking straight on as a nose highlight. Like, this thing is out of the world. And it is very pretty. This is very, 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 very toned down. And I did go over it with setting powder to help make it not as dark. Looking straight on, you can still see the cast. It's not as terrible as it was before. However, it's still definitely too dark for me. So I will definitely be using this as an eyeshadow, and that'll probably be about it for me along with this highlighter. But I've definitely noticed I want to go and get an actual highlighter in my shade from them because this is so pretty and I really love it on my nose. So next up is going to be eyes. I'm going to go prime my eyes because I have nothing new. I'm going to use the Urban Decay Eye Primer Potion, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I've been doing a lot of crazy looks lately, so I want to do a more natural look, and this is the Flower After Hour palette from Cara Beauty. So this palette is very stunning, lots of different colors, but these bottom two rows right here are more neutrals, and I have only tested their colors and their glitter, so I want to go into the neutral side today and really play with that. So let's go ahead and start. I'm going to take this Morphe M433 brush. These are all from the James Charles brush set, so that's what I'm going to be using today. So to begin, I'm going to go into this light shade right here, which is Marigold. And I'm going to start tapping this in. This shade is a lot richer outside of the palette. I was not expecting that much pigment. So that is what that shade is looking like. It is like a nice yellowy golden tone. Very pretty. Alrighty, so that is what that is looking like. Let's go ahead and move on. This color is definitely like a very gorgeous sunflowery color. So I kind of want to change up what I'm doing. I'm going to go into this shade right here. Fila, I think is how you say it. I don't know. But it is like a deeper orange color. And I'm just going to keep this on the very outside of my outer corner. Just so slightly, just to help deepen this up. So as you can see, I'm really keeping it low. I just want some depth to my eye. And then I'm just going to keep that in my crease, bring it in. Now I'm going to go back into that original shade and buff these together. So I'm looking at it, and I brought this one down a little bit more on my lid rather than this one. So I'm going to go into that oranger shade a little bit more and start to pack that on my lid a little bit. So now I have something like this instead of this. And I'm just going to keep packing this on and getting that pigment on there. The nice thing is, as much as I'm like wiggling right at my lash line, there's no fallout going onto my face, which of course is a really good thing because you don't really want to have to redo or go over and try to fix it. Okay, so this is what the eyes are looking like. They remind me of a sunflower and sunsets and all things happy. Definitely feeling it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the same thing on my lower lash line. I'm gonna go into that shade Marigold. This is a Luxie 231 small tapered blending brush. brush. I'm just going to keep this as close to my lash line as possible first. And then I'm going to slowly, once I have the pigment there a little bit, I'm going to slowly work on diffusing it downwards. And I find looking up makes it a little bit easier, but sometimes it is harder to do just because I'm filming these. So that is what it is looking like with that underneath. Very light, very nice wash of color. This is what my eyes are looking like so far. And now I'm just going to go back into this shade right here. And I'm going to take this on a pure P70 brush. And I'm just going to keep this one on the outer corner and a lot closer to the lash line than I did that first shade. And I'm really going to connect these two right here on the outer corner. So you will have something like that. And then I'm going to go do the other eye and I'll be right back. I'm going to go back into that Luxie 231 brush and back into Marigold. And I'm just going to diffuse the edges of these two together. So let's go ahead and slap on some brows real quick before we do anything else. Okay, so I don't have any new eyebrow products, but I did order a bunch of the Real Her I Am Inspiring Brow Definer. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this and I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back and my brows are done. They are a bit more intense than normal. So next up is mascara. So I have the HD Volumizing Mascara from Ofra and this is in the shade Black. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and apply this very quickly and see what we think. So in my initial review video, I was very hesitant about this because of the wand of it, because the wand isn't one that I would typically reach for. However, this looks so pretty. It's doing such a good job. And I'm going to go ahead and hit my lower lash line now. And this is what one coat of mascara looks like. I'm only going to do one coat today because I do have some false lashes I want to try. And I figured since we did not do a natural look like we said we were, we might as well go ahead and use the big ol' lashes. I made a mistake. I made a boo-boo. So I accidentally got some on my skin, but that's fine. We're going to go ahead and let it dry and then we will fix it. Next up is lashes, and I have a new lash glue to test. This is the Ioni Everlasting Lash Glue. So this is what that bottle looks like. I'm pretty sure this is the same as the blue one, but I'm going to go ahead and give this a try. And to give this a try, I do not have Ioni lashes that I'm going to be testing today. I mean, I do, but that's not what I'm going to be testing. I'm going to be testing the Pure Pro eyelashes. These are the 3D cruelty-free faux mink lashes. These are what the lashes look like. They're very pretty. I can tell you right now they're going to need to be chopped because I have tiny little eyelashes. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and apply my lash glue. Okay, so I'm going to wait for this to dry. I'm going to pop them on and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this is what those lashes are looking like. So next up is going to be lipstick, and I'm going to go into this Becca lipstick right here. This is in the shade Dune, and just apply this like normal. Okay guys, so this is that look with the Dune lipstick. And just to top it off one step further, let's go in with a gloss. This is the ColourPop Luxe gloss right here, and this is going to be in the shade Lust. Okay, so these two are like the same color, so it's like a perfect pairing. This smells so good too. It smells like sherbet. So this is what the makeup looks like, and I'm going to go ahead and set it with this mini makeup fixer. I think my pump on it is broken if you listen. And it's very hard to click, so that's very disappointing. So I'm just going to go into my regular one and spray this. Alrighty guys, so this is this makeup look complete. So with that being said, everybody, this is the end of the video. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'd love to see you there. So be sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. Bye guys!